Hey there, hey there, hey there, hey there. Welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to your weekly guidance. This weekly guidance is going to be a one read. So it's just the weekly guidance. I hope this serves you in the way that it does, in the way that it can. And we're going to get into it now. For the week ahead, may you please have guidance for the highest good and the highest good of all, especially for those watching and happen upon this video. May I please have guidance that's going to serve them for the upcoming week that they are looking at this video for. Especially maybe an upcoming moment that they are rechecking the video for guidance. May I please have that guidance? Thank you. I always feel like, oh, what if I, what if I didn't, like, I don't know, have my headphones in and I thought they were, but they weren't, and I'm over here just whispering and the whole video is ruined. Just wrecked. So we have To the Sea, Orphaned, and Deep Knowing. To the Sea, it looks like a morose card, and it honestly hits me as a very morose message. It does not hit me like the guidance says. It really never does. Ever. Orphaned is always a card that I take really seriously. It's a card message that I feel I have to harp on. And Deep Knowing is deep. It's an intuitive card. It says, you know, in your heart of hearts, you know. I feel like there's definitely an instant message here that says you know that you won't be abandoned, and that you know that if there are some things that this week you may want to walk away from for a hot second, you know how it's going to turn out. And dare I say, you know it's going to turn out okay. You know that it's not going to be the end of the world if you take a hot second away from something to take care of yourself or to take care of other things. If you need to tell some people that, hey, I'm going to walk away for a hot second or something like that, with Orphaned here, there's usually a fear of being abandoned or dismissed or being pushed away from the crowd or something like that. But what it really says here is not having the courage, but that with Orphan, it's finding where you fit in. It's sometimes being in a crowd and knowing that, wow, this crowd no longer hits for me. This crowd no longer fits for me. And you just having that deep knowing in your heart, which can be heartbreaking sometimes when you just feel like, wow, this friend and I, we don't connect anymore, or we don't connect on this issue. And there does seem to be a sense of sadness, honestly. I think it's just because of these cards. Like, this is, To the Sea is not supposed to be a sad card, but tell me you look at this and you tell me it's not a blue-ass, like, sad looking card. I'm not feeling that this is going to be a sad week necessarily. I just feel like there's going to be some things that you might want to take a hot second and take a break away from. Yeah, take a break from for yourself. Maybe something no longer works for you, or you need to rethink something and allow yourself to walk away from it or take a step back away from it so that your intuition can speak louder to you, as opposed to putting yourself in the frenzy and being like, I'll figure it out. You just kind of go, you know what? I'm going to step away from this for a little bit and just see what comes up. Yeah. So when I look at To the Sea, though, the message for that one is always a little bit, it's a very upbeat message. It's just that the card itself does not give me upbeat. It never does. It gives me sort of morose, but it's about being in the flow and returning to source, which is exactly what I'm picking up with this Orphaned and Deep Knowing, where when you take a step back, when you take a hot second, like, you know what, actually, no, I need to separate myself for a bit excuse me, from something, someone, situation, place, person, thing, whatever, from a noun, then you allow yourself to breathe and then reassess the situation for when you need to maybe return to it, or when you need to just sort of figure out and follow your intuition into the best way to handle it. Let's see. Going with the flow. So yeah, not pushing anything, not pushing any agendas. Basically, this is the universe, this is the divine, this is the guidance that's kind of saying like, hey, if you've been stressing over something in the past, or something that's causing you like anxiety, stress, nervousness, or whatever this week, you can just go, you know what? I'll deal with it next week. I'll deal with it another time. You know what? I'm going to shelf this topic. I'm going to put it back on my list, and I'm going to do something else because I can't right now. I'm not going to, and I'm just going to come back to this when I can. I'll come back to it later. Because it might be too much. With the deep knowing, I can't really help but notice that deep knowing is 43, and that's 7, and 2 to the C is 7, and I see these connections, and can't help but feel that there is a deeper connection, and there definitely is. There's definitely a following the flow and being in the flow of things, not pushing against trying to belong, or trying to conform, or trying to fit where you used to fit. You've gotten bigger, you've gotten smaller, find somewhere else to fit. But really, deep knowing talks about intuition and how it's source speaking to you. So I do feel like there's a sense for you to step away in order for you to not push against something, yourself or a path, and to allow yourself to move with the flow, to allow intuition to guide you, to allow source to speak to you, even if that speaking to you is just breathing into your brain and being like, okay, when you get back to this, you just have a more level head on this, or situations would have changed by the time you sort of get back to this, if you do, or if you find it a whole new different type scenario that fits better for you. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. So I hope you have a fantastic week. I feel like this is a pass. Like this is like, when I break it down and I hear this message to me, I go, okay, this is a week for me to chill. This is a week for me to not try to fix people's shit. This is a week for me to take care of myself and to just be, and not push and not force, and just listen and just zone out if I need to, and sit with myself, and it's going to be relatively okay. I can just chill. So I hope that this serves you in some way. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments, as always. And if you'd like a personal reading, don't forget, you can find that information in the description box below. It's always there. Don't forget to share this with a friend that might need it, that might be feeling triggered this week. And if they feel triggered again, don't forget to remind them to rewatch the reading. Just because you watch it once does not mean it disappears, my friends. It's still there. You can rewatch it and remember that you can chill this week. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. Otherwise, I wish you everything. I wish you an amazing week, and keep your light on. Good luck.